What's up, my D-Gens? Welcome to We Are on Tailgate. I almost said the Dynasty Show, and that's on me. I'm taking over for Stacy today. It's been a while since I've hopped on the show. I appreciate everybody joining us. I got some guests today, man. I'm excited. I'm excited for today. I'm excited. I had watched their show a little earlier. Little start sit stuff going on. We went through a little bit, and I always appreciate these dudes. These are my boys. We got the Fourth and Fantasy crew over here. To my right, we got Huncho. To my left, Rocco. I'll talk with you, Huncho. What's up, brother? How you doing?
You know how I'm feeling, man. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling absolutely spectacular. Just trying to get more dubs on this Sunday football week 10. I feel like the season so far went by super quick. So I'm just ready to whoop anybody ass I'm going against today.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, we got the game going on right now. Obviously, we see London cooking over there. Rocco, what's up, man? How you doing?
Oh man, feeling great, feeling great. Coming off of our morning rush show that comes to you between 8 and 9 Eastern every Sunday morning. We're the first podcast to kind of roll in the morning, so we're pulling double duty, a double header today. So man, this is exciting. All day, wall to wall content.
Yeah, I mean, we got the game in Berlin right now. Obviously, we see that close game. You were talking about the fact that it is close. I was talking to you backstage about the Falcons just being like the conundrum of the NFL. You know what I mean? Like we see them lose by 20 points. We see them win by 20 points. We see them in close games where they shouldn't be close. And then we see them in games like right now where they're beating the Colts at this point. Like, I don't even know what to make of this team at all. I just think that, they're the hardest team to evaluate. One game, Penix looks nice. The next game, he looks like he's not a starting caliber. We saw Kirk O'Chains in there for a little while at one point this season. I mean, London looks like the real deal. I actually pulled a trade last week. I traded Malik Neighbors for Drake London in a second, and it made me sick. I was ill, because it was a team where I needed points. It feels good right now. I feel okay.
I love Drake.
I do too. I like Drake. He came out of the game a little bit right there for a potential concussion, but I think he is back.
It was his shoulder.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah, it was his shoulder. He got kind of landed on by that linebacker trying to smack the ball out. But shout out to Drake. Keep doing your goddamn thing, boy.
Yeah. Yo, Drake is killing it. We got a lineup today though for games. I'm talking our favorite matchup so far on the set. So we're looking at, I'm looking at the Patriots and the Bucks as not even taking the Patriots bias away. This is a juicy matchup, baby. Like, we're talking about Drake May, Baker. I think it's going to be a high scoring, sneaky, I'm going to say 35-38 game type deal right here, where I think that the NFL would have done a smart thing. They would have just like put this game prime time. Like, obviously you can't foreshadow this, but flexing this to a primetime game would have been, S tier level, smart, boom, make it happen. I think that they would have got the views, but I'll start with you, Rocco. Who are you excited to see today? Who do you want to see play? Like, what's your favorite matchup?
Man, I'm really intrigued with the Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. We're going to get another start from J.J. McCarthy, and I want to see how he holds up against the resurgent Ravens defense. And besides that, I just think that these two teams are like at a crossroads. They can go either way at this point because right now the Vikings have to figure out what they have with J.J. McCarthy. A lot of people called it a soft benching. But he's in there because, Carson Wentz is basically dead. So they have to roll with J.J. McCarthy. And I'm interested to see if he can put numbers on Jordan Addison. I'm interested to see if he can continue to feed Justin Jefferson. And on the flip side, I like to see what Lamar Jackson and that offense can do against the Minnesota Vikings defense, which is tricky to say the least. So that's the matchup I'm looking forward to. That's the matchup that gets me excited.
Yeah. I mean, do we think that Lamar is going to right the ship right now? Are they still in contention as far as I mean, they've won what 2 in a row right now. We got a healthy Lamar, obviously Henry over there.
Backwood.
Make it. What do you think? They making a push?
Put
Yeah.
him in the backwood. Just roll it
They're
up.
making a push.
Roll it up.
Push, baby.
Grind it
They're
up.
making a push. The rival of Mark Andrews at this point. We got Stacy in the chat too. Stacy,
hey Stacy.
What's poppin', Stacy?
It's not the tailgate without Stacy, baby. I'm missing you right now. I'm usually in the chat, I'm lounging, right? Like no pants, just being like, hey, throwing out the silliest start sits. So if you guys are in the chat right now, hit us with those start sits. I don't see a lot of start sits in there right now, but if you guys are listening, let us know who you struggling with, who you want to start, who you want to sit. Huncho, what game are you excited about today? Who are you looking for?
The game that's currently on right now, because I knew that it was going to be filled with some type of goodness in it. One, because one of my starts for the week was Drake London, because I didn't give a damn about no Sauce Gardner about going into the Colts, as I think he's also Swiss cheese, and had George Pickens had him shaking ass on the field. So no, so I wasn't worried about no Sauce Gardner today, and they had lost Buckner for a little bit as he's banged up. So I was excited to see. We always say follow the targets. So I was super excited to see what Drake does today. They've been able to contain Bijan a little bit, but still waiting to see what Bijan and Penix can do. And then on the other side, watch what Daniel Jones and the Colts provide. Jonathan Taylor had a not so spectacular week last week. And he's been killing it so far in this game. And Alec Pierce, I wanted to see what he did after seeing Adonai Mitchell get traded out. And now we see why Adonai Mitchell got sent out, because of Alec Pierce doing his damn thing. And also shout out to Tyler Warren, one of my favorite rookies to watch this year. So Atlanta and Colts game for sure was one that I was looking forward to, with my Cowboys one being on a bye week. I can watch my other team, Atlanta Falcons. Being from Georgia, we'll go Dogs, stop playing with us. Been having a game today.
Yeah, man. I love it. Hold on a second. Let me just update this, baby.
Where's the sombrero? You're not going to wear it for the...
I got hot.
Dude, yo, I mean, Drake London is shaking ass right now. If we're looking at...
He got Sauce Gardner shaking ass.
Dude, last what, 5 games, right? So we're talking, all right, Drake London so far 4 for 72. Obviously, he cooked the Patriots last week. We don't have to talk about that. We'll just leave that to the side. Couple other games. He's got 10 for 158. He's got a touchdown, 8 for 110 and a touchdown. Bro, he has been.
I'm telling you,
he's here. Drake London is here. He is right here in our face, fucking shaking ass, baby. I love it. Yeah.
Speaking of shaking ass, man, I think that's why it's the Falcons struggle sometimes, because I think, the Atlanta strip clubs are undefeated, and it's like mystifying how they just totally no show for matchups. They got shut out by the Carolina Panthers already this year, and I'm gonna chalk it up to club life.
Hey, man, I mean, yeah, Atlanta is a fun place to visit for sure. I don't know if I want to live there. You're right, because I'm not built for that. I was talking to you backstage. I ate chicken nuggets last night. I'm struggling from that, so I don't even know what I would be like in Atlanta. We're starting to get some start sit questions. Let's just hit this one up. What's up, Clark? Obviously, we got some friends in the chat. I brought up Morstein, my man. You are always in the chat, dude. I appreciate you.
Popping up more.
That's Sam in here right now. All right, so let's go back to Clark. What's up, man? How you doing? We got start sit. Should I start Fields, Trevor Lawrence, or JJ McCarthy? I'm going, man. I mean, I'm still Fields for fantasy all day at this point. I do think that they're going to have to throw the ball a lot, but give me JJ McCarthy in this matchup. We're looking at obviously him going against Lamar. I think they're going to have to throw the ball a lot. I think that we're going to see a decently high scoring game for these defenses. I think that they're going to have to play catch up a little bit in this game. So yeah, I'm going JJ McCarthy. What about you guys?
I'll let you go, Rocco.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. We had this kind of dichotomy earlier. This question, I think I'm gonna go with JJ McCarthy. Obviously, all of these guys have their pitfalls this Sunday, and none of them have great matchups. Especially if Baltimore is real, the defense they've been showing the last couple weeks is real. But I think I'm going to go with JJ McCarthy. Fields against Cleveland is scary. Uh, if he doesn't get a long run, he could get you shit this week. And Trevor Lawrence, I mean, who is he going to throw to? Is he going to just throw it to Parker Washington, Jacoby Myers that just showed up? I am definitely not starting Trevor Lawrence in this question.
Call us the Lakers because we're going for a three-peat. I'm going for JJ McCarthy here. As he came back last week, showed his ass, did his thing, and kind of hushed us up for the week. So I just want to see how he can continue that. I'm not picking Trevor Lawrence here. I'm off the train. I'm just tired of it until we see more from that overall offense and just from him. I'm out. And then you know how I feel about Justin Fields. I'm still a believer. I don't understand the hate that he gets. First off, it's the New York effing Jets. They suck. And Justin Fields has been, to me, a good fantasy quarterback and a good quarterback when put in the right situation. I hate the hate that he gets. But to answer your question, JJ McCarthy, 100%.
Yeah. I think that we saw. I mean, I know what JJ is at this point. Obviously, I think that this offense is designed for anybody to slide in. If you're not a cooked 45-year-old, even though I found out Carson Wentz is like younger than I am, and he is aged significantly amount of years in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like when you look back on his career, like you would assume that he's older than Flacco, right? Like you're just thinking about Carson Wentz. Bro, he's like 31, 32 years old. You know, like don't tell me that. It blew my mind.
The NFL will age you in dog years.
It kind of felt like he's been in the NFL forever, though, doesn't it? It was like, but
yeah,
he's been on so many damn teams. That's why.
Well, he broke out, then he broke out, and now he's just like, traveling, the United States for teams.
Yeah, I mean JJ McCarthy all day right there. Do you think Justin Fields has a job next year? Probably not, right? At this point, I just think he got done fairly dirty, and I think that we're going to be looking at what. Like, would you rather have Mac Jones or Justin Fields on your dynasty rosters right now?
I think Mac Jones could find his way onto a team. I mean, back-to-back years as a backup in backup situations, he showed out and showed that he can start for a team. So I think he will get a contract next year. Justin Fields, I think he could bounce back, but I also think that he's not going to be at the top of the list for anybody's free agency. And I do see that the Jets will draft a quarterback, especially if they're picking at one, maybe Mendoza. But I think they're going to go in a different direction, especially the way the owner was talking about the guy. Once the owner comes out, it's just a matter of time. I don't think he finishes the season as the QB1. If Tyrod Taylor's healthy, he's going to get a start at some point.
Oh, I hate that, but yeah, you're probably right at this point.
They don't love him.
Stacy wants to know: are we starting Bill or Chris Rodriguez out there? We got C-Rod. I mean, I don't want anything to do with that whole backfield, to be honest with you. I think that
exactly.
And if you are in that position, I'm still going Bill. Man, I don't know if there's any rhyme or reason to this. I think that, we've seen him start the last few weeks. I'm not buying into they're naming him a captain. I'm just not buying into it. And that might bite me, but I'd rather not touch his backfield at all this week. But I'm still sticking with Bill if I have to pick between the two.
I agree, man. With them going against the Detroit Lions, that's already a tough defense to go against to begin with. And then you throw in that they just lost their starting quarterback. Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry ain't scaring nobody right goddamn now on the bench. So and then Debo can't do it all by himself. Zach Ertz is still good, and then Mariota's decent. I'm not gonna crap on Mariota and say he's a terrible quarterback because I can think of countless others that are worse than Mariota. Does he make a boneheaded play sometimes? Of course, but I don't see that. I don't see them moving or hitting on all cylinders to where that running game is going to do anything for my fantasy. If you put Bill or Chris Rodriguez in your lineup this week, you most likely are looking at the same shit you got from RJ Harvey. 3-4 points. Call it a day. I think where with Bill, it's been more of we liked what we saw him from the preseason. He's had certain good games in the regular season as well. It's just that's not the same offense. That's the same offense now that they started the year with. They're very much banged up and they're old as hell. You got a bunch of guys close to 30 or over 30. Hey, listen, I am 31. These knees hurt like a bitch. I'm telling you. So
I know. I'm with it, man. And you're looking at the Lions. I mean, they're going to have to throw the ball a ton to stay in this game. Game script is going to be out. Like they're going to be the run game is going to not exist after like the first 7 minutes of this game, I think. So I don't want anything to do with that. And we got Sam coming in asking if we're starting Sharp over JCM. Rocco, what do you think? Because I'm saying absolutely at this point.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I hate to say this as a Kenneth Walker truther, he's just in a better offense, Charbs is. And he's going to get touches and he's going to get goal line touches. So, yeah, I mean, JCM Bill is just radioactive at this point. Ever since his 111-yard breakout, he's been downright deplorable. I know it's part of the situation, but he's been sub 4 yards per carry in the last 4 games. And I've tried to put him in lineups, and he's disappointed for a month now. So, yes, give me Charbs.
Huncho, you feel the same way?
F Charbs. That's what I feel. Ain't no way. And I don't
like him.
And that's maybe just because I still want my KW3 shares to finally get the light that they're supposed to be shining all year. But I guess if you make me put a gun to my head and tell me if I don't say Charbs, you're going to blow my head off, I guess I'll take Charbs.
Well, that's the thing, though. I mean, you can be a KW guy all you want, but when you're looking at the Cardinals against the Seahawks, then you're looking at the Lions against the Commanders. I think the Lions are going to take that. I think the Seahawks are going to take that. The game script is screaming that the Seahawks are going to be running the ball the second half of the game, and the Commanders are going to be throwing the ball second half of the game. So I got to go with the matchups at this point, right? And
the yikes part is it's actually Jeremy McNichols who's going to be the guy this week, and nobody likes it.
Yeah, F Sharps, man.
Sharps, man.
Huncho is on. Huncho is on the show this week, bro. You know there's ass and F everywhere, bro. We are just dropping it, and that's fine. It's never too early for Huncho.
I don't know. Is this an R-rated podcast or is this PG-13? Maybe I should have asked beforehand.
I mean, at this point, if I took over the podcast, Stacy, I'm sorry. Just for this 1 week, you hide the kids.
Hide the kids, hide your wife. You know what I'm saying?
You can keep the wife.
Hide your husbands because you know what they're doing out here. You can finish the rest.
All right, we got Mac Jones, Rodgers, Mariota. Whoa, brother, you just hit every waiver wire QB that you probably could hit. You just were spamming the waiver wire at this point. And some I don't know what we're looking at right now, but we got Mac Jones, Rodgers, Mariota, Brissett, Fields. Oh man,
Brissett's been fun.
Brissett, honestly, I thought I was going to be like the man on the island right now. When I say Brissett against the Seahawks could be a fun play, are you starting 2 of these or just one of these guys? Because I think that. What are we looking at? Rodgers, who's he playing right now?
Rodgers got the Chargers.
Oh yeah, that's prime time. I'm playing Rodgers definitely, and then I think I want I think I want Brissett. I think I want Rodgers and Brissett in this lineup. What about you guys?
I'll let Rocco take this.
I'm kind of interested in going Brissett here. Who would have thought we would have this conversation at this point in the season? Brissett flamed out spectacularly for your New England Patriots last year, and we all thought he was a career backup. But when he gets a shot over Kyler Murray, who's even worse than Brissett at running this offense, I'm kind of interested in Brissett. I think he has the best matchup, and I think that Seattle's defense has been stout, but I think that they are not as good as people are letting on. And I'm gonna roll with the hot hand. I'm going Brissett. Talk me out of it.
He also did say just you only need to pick one.
Yeah,
one.
Just one. I mean, dude, we're looking at Sunday Night Football, Steelers, Chargers. I really do like Rodgers in that situation. He's playing at LA.
At LA.
I think I still want. I don't know. Brissett likes to run, though. Oddly enough, that man is like a savant when it comes to QB sneaks and stuff. My man is like a goal line Jalen Hurts type deal.
Is he the 2026 Sam Darnold?
No, I don't think so. Fun story about Brissett, though. I have a lot of friends. I used to oversee a restaurant group with Smith Walensky from Wellesley, and he used to come and take Drake May out to dinner every Tuesday, and it was the most adorable thing. They would sit at the bar, and they would eat steak, and my man was mentor. Like, I got all the love for Brissett just because of what he did his rookie year. He was essentially big bro and Drake May and just looking out for him. And I think that you couldn't have asked for a better guy to kind of do that for year one. So I got all the love, but I think I still got to take Rodgers in this situation. And it's more about the matchup and primetime Rodgers. He's going to try to flex. He's just the ego. He's got to play ego ball, and that's just how he is. Whether it still works at his age, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But I'm going to go with the game time matchup right there.
And I think with Rodgers, they're going to have to throw if their game starts to pull away from them. If Justin Herbert starts to, be Justin Herbert, I think Justin Herbert has been a top 5 quarterback this year for fantasy. So I could very much see this game turning into a shootout quickly.
Oh, yeah. We got one more from my man right here. We are looking at Odunze, Tetora, or Gadsden.
That's easy.
Yeah, I'm with
That's
T-Mac.
Gadsden.
Oh, you going Gadsden?
I'm going Gadsden. Gadsden
yeah.
right there.
Is that tight end premium? I feel
that's also
like
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
I mean, no, that's still probably the play. I mean, T-Mac's injured, right? So he was almost a game time decision type right here.
It's scary.
He has a hammy.
Yeah, the hammies you don't really want to mess around with.
Yeah.
I think I go Gadsden too, man. I think that you're right. We just talked about this matchup being juicy. They're going to have to no tight end premium. He's saying right here. I mean,
I guess
Gadsden is the number one for the Chargers. I feel like he's taken over that role as the number one for that team. And we've seen Odunze have a 0-point floor. So I'm going to go with the targets that I think that Gadsden is commanding weekly. And he has quickly ascended, but he is the play in my eyes with Teteroa.
Yeah, I think that we're locked in. He's also playing the Saints. I mean, I'm sorry for your loss, Rocco, but it is what it is. So
that goes into my play of the week. So
yeah, just keep it moving, baby. Let's talk about injuries before we get back to these questions right quick. So who do we have? Obviously, we got a lot of quarterbacks out right now. So CJ Stroud out with a concussion. We got Brock Purdy's playing backup. That situation is juicy to me. I mean, how long is this injury going to play out? I know that he re-injured himself, but Is there funny business going on there? Are we looking at
There's
is
something
Brock's
going on there.
something,
I don't
right?
I
I
don't think
mean,
so. That
Mac
turf
Jones has
toe
been winning.
is a
It is tough. It's a tough injury to come back from for sure.
the the
Go ahead.
the problem with Brock Purdy is he tried to come back too fast and made that turf toe even worse, and that's why he's been out so long. He should have fucking sat his ass down and let that thing fully heal and come back. He tried to come back too fast. I don't know if he was worried. Mac Jones was playing well, but the result is he's been out for what, a month and a half now. So I do believe he'll be back at some point towards the end of the season, but you can't deny Mac Jones has been playing well. But Mac Jones has his own injury concerns. I worry about his knee weekly. So I think we will see Brock Purdy by the end of the season, but I don't think it's, this in vogue soft benching.
No, I don't think so either. But go ahead, Roger.
And he's got a contract. He's got paid too much money to be benched.
It's a tough situation where you have Mac Jones, who is playing really good ball for you, and basically kept you in playoff contention along with Christian McCaffrey. So when it's almost like when Dak Prescott his rookie year and we had Tony Romo in a certain way, and then Dak comes in, balls out, and then Tony Romo never gets his job back. No matter, and he just signed a recent contract in the recent couple years or so of Tony Romo. So what I look at that as sometimes shit just happens. You feel me? And now you just gotta see if Purdy is your guy. Is he able to stay available? Is he an injury prone guy at this point? You can't just give top shot of money and he's not being on the field. Mac Jones, even though his knees busted, he's still willing his asses out there. So it's a very sticky situation. I look at it almost like still with the Kyler Murray situation and with Brissett balling out. But with Kyler Murray, I feel like it'll be easier to move his contract, than it would be to move Purdy since it's more recent. But yeah, it's. I think it's something to keep an eye on. It definitely has my ears perked up a little bit just to see how if Purdy even does come back for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, if they're still winning games, what's the rush in bringing them back, right? So I think you could play that narrative out and keep it going, and then that's something that Brock Purdy would buy into as well, even though I'm sure he wants to play. I don't know. I mean, it is a tough injury to come back from for sure. Obviously, we see Jaden Daniels. I don't know if Jaden Daniels even comes back this year. I don't know what that is going to look for. Like I know there's no ligament issues. There's no long-term effects of this injury, but I mean, why bring him back now? It's going to be tough. I mean, what are the Commanders? Where are they at right now for the standings? I think
they're 3-6, right?
They're still second in the NFC East, but to Nerdboy's point, why bring him back? The reason why you're in this predicament because you had him still in the fourth quarter down 20 plus points. You feel me? So now, and then you got people throwing the narrative of RG3 onto Jaden Daniels, which totally different situation. Hate to see it.
Way different. No, that's not even close. But yeah,
you're not giving your Cowboys credit. The Cowboys are in 2 because they have a tie. So give your Cowboys a little bit of credit, a little bit of grace here. But I think the answer is sit your ass down, JD5. It's obviously a lost season. The only thing you can do by trying to come back in this season is hurt yourself even worse. Just thank God it wasn't your knees. Come back strong next year. Washington, fire your front office. Get this Mickey Mouse shit away from Jaden Daniels and get him some real weapons. Debo Samuel, not paying McLaurin until right before the season starts reminds me a lot of Brandon Ayuk last year. It's going to be a lost season for him too. Get him some real weapons. Draft some guys to put around your franchise quarterback. Otherwise, we're going to see another RG3 situation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going to keep going. It's going to keep piling on. So we're starting to get some injury news coming in right now. Obviously, Swift is playing today, so I don't know how people feel about Benungai, but Swift is in. We got Aaron Jones active for Week 10 as well, so Aaron Jones is playing. Ollie Gordon is active. I don't know if that's a hit or anything, but it is what it is. And then you were talking to me backstage, Rocco. Harold Fannin is active today. Harold Fannin is playing today. So we got some big names playing. Obviously, people are super high on Manungai. I don't know how that's gonna play out. I think that I'm not gonna start. I don't know if I want to start either one. Even though I think this game is going to be a shootout, I think that this is going to be a high scoring game. We're probably going to see a repeat of, kind of like the Bears matchup last week when we're looking at high scoring games. I mean, I think that Swift could probably benefit from that game quite a bit, but I don't know how the splits are going to look. Alvin Kamara is active this week as well. Not that moves anybody. I don't know. I don't know if people are still starting Alvin Kamara this deep into the season, even though that's kind of a big hit as far as fantasy goes. I was hoping that Kamara would be moved before the trade deadline, but it is what it is. No other big injury news. Ramondre Stevenson ruled out. Are we firing up to the Travion Henderson shares right now, or did that split last week, that Vrabelism kind of scare people away? I mean, he still had a decent game, and there's talks of him getting a bigger work share, even though we hear that every week. I don't know if I believe it or whatever, but we did see a decent game from him last week. Actually, Cedric Tillman is active too. I don't know. That man has been out of football between the last 2 years longer than I feel like
he's gonna be
I don't know.
No.
He's been resting a lot, dude. That concussion last year took him out for a solid 9 games, 10 games last year. And then he's finally back with this hamstring. I don't that his work that we saw last year where he kind of broke out a little bit, that's such a small sample size. I got to see more from Tillman to believe that he is that guy that we saw last year. And I don't think we're going to see that this year with the quarterback play, but whatever, man. It is what it is.
Throw in Shador. I'm tired of this Gabriel.
That's what I'm saying. Just put him in. see what happens. I mean,
there's no upside with Gabriel.
At this point, we're not really seeing any movement. It's not like they're winning games. So just see what you got. We got my man in the chat. What's up, man? We got Bourne or Keon Coleman. That's gross. Josh Palmer is out this week. So he is out with a knee, ankle, with everything essentially, I guess. He's all banged up, knee, ankle, head, teeth, whatever. I mean, I think I got to go Kendrick Bourne still. We know that Pearsall's not playing yet. Jennings hasn't really been anything at this point. And then we always have the Mac Jones, Kendrick Bourne connection from New England. I mean, Keon Coleman doesn't move me. He had that one good game, the first game of the year. And that's just how he is. He is Gabe Davis. He's an overvalued Gabe Davis at this point in his career. How you guys feel about this?
Yeah, if I have any option, I'm not going with Keon Coleman. Ever since his 112 yards in week 1, he's failed to top 45 yards in any other game. And for a guy that was supposed to be the touchdown guy, the red zone guy, he has a total of 2 touchdowns in half a year. So give me Bourne, because I at least feel like he will be involved in the game plan, while Keon Coleman is what they call a sacrificial X. I feel like he would be better off as being the big slot, but Khalil Shakir currently operates in the slot, so he's just out there occupying coverage, and I am not trusting that archetype of player with my fantasy week.
Yeah, I probably would go the same way. Even though it kind of hurts me for to say that, I do like Keon Coleman, and yes, he hasn't produced since week one, but at the same time, he still was one of the youngest wide receivers to come into the NFL. I'm not saying I'm all the way out on Keon Coleman, but it is looking like it's going to take him a little bit more time before he is consistent. And I would say basically a superstar for fantasy, if you will. Bourne has done more this year with a new team that is than Keon Coleman has so far. So
Mhm.
I would rock with Bourne right now. Could never know. Him and Matt could end up giving you a 120 plus day, and you're gonna end up feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that we saw the Mac Jones and Bourne game. I mean, we saw that more recently than we saw any connection that Keon Coleman had. So I think we're looking at. I think Buffalo just moves the ball too much. They spread the ball really thin. Like I can't. Mac Jones isolates on the guy, and then he just throws 30 passes to the same guy over and over again. That's just really how he's built. So we saw that with Brian Thomas last year. We haven't seen Brian Thomas Jr. have a good game without Mac Jones. So I mean, nobody wants to talk about that right now, but it is what it is. Before we get back to start sits, we are going to talk about our favorite starts, our favorite sits. We do have some weather concerns. Obviously, we're looking at Bears. OG Curdy just actually mentioned it. I haven't even looked yet, but the Bears, it's 32 degrees outside, chance of snow showers. We're looking at 16-mile-per-hour winds. The Ravens and Vikings. Wait, do they play in a dome? Is that a dome? They're playing in a dome, right?
The Vikings play in
Wait, they're
a
at Vikings are in a dome. I don't care about that at all. Yeah, that's the only like really iffy game. Yeah, that's all we got. So I mean, I didn't realize that it's going to snow. I mean, 16-mile-per-hour winds is high enough where we're looking at. Obviously, that could affect throwing a little bit. I don't think it's going to matter too much, though. I think this is still going to be a shootout. But let's go into it, man. I'm going to start with my start sits, and I'm on this game. That's really where I'm at. That's why I segued into that. We're looking at obviously Jackson Dart and Caleb Williams playing against each other, and Dart has looked like the real deal. I like what we've been seeing from Dart. I think that Dart is a set it and forget it quarterback in fantasy right now. And Caleb Williams, in the right setting, in the right environment, is a very viable starting quarterback. We just saw him put up top 5 quarterback numbers for fantasy, at least last week in that shootout. I want all of this matchup, dude. I want the wide receivers in this matchup. I want the quarterbacks in this matchup. I don't know, actually. I don't want the backfield in New York at all. I don't care about that. I don't want to touch that.
not our
I
boy
also just
Tracy.
said, I don't know, man. I mean, we saw Devin Singletary get most of the work last week. And I don't know if that's because Tracy was a little banged up, but both of these backfields are iffy, but I want the quarterbacks in this game. I want to absolutely start Caleb Williams and Jackson Dart, even though we're looking at snow showers, we're looking at possible 16-mile-per-hour winds, but I don't care. They're still going to sling it. They're still throwing the ball. This could be a sloppy game, but I still think it's going to breed a lot of fantasy points. And let's go to the next start for Rocco. Rocco, who are you starting this week? Who do you want?
Yeah, I like that. I like the way you were going with Jackson Dart. You just have to kind of stay with him because he has produced every single week. So I love that call on Jackson Dart. The other guy I want to kind of highlight would be Rico Dowdle. Hopefully you have traded for this guy because he has shown himself to be the true league winner.
Big
He
Rico.
has 200-yard performances on the year. He has 130 yards last year. He's scoring touchdowns. And today he gets my New Orleans Saints. Unfortunately, I do not think we're going to be able to stop him today. I don't think the Saints are going to be able to produce a lot of offense today. So it's going to be a script for Rico Dowdle. Last week, the Saints had a league record worst time of possession. So we're breaking records in the wrong way. So give me Rico Dowdle. There is an outside chance that he puts on his third 200-yard performance of this year.
I like the call, man. I love Daddle for this week. Huncho, who you got? Who's your start?
You know what? He's already in the game, but I did absolutely like Drake London this week. And before that goddamn shoulder injury, it looks like he hasn't caught a pass since that. He was cooking and had their defense once again shaking ass. So, but if I had to go a different direction, I would also say Jahmyr Gibbs this week. Sorry, not Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs against the Commanders, who ranked 22nd against Arby's and who had a very game last week where he historically whooped Minnesota Vikings tail. I think he's pissed off this week. I think him and Monty should have a day, and hopefully they get things right with him in the receiving game. It's been a little hit or miss. I would like to see him get those, and obviously it's a different scenario because Christian McCaffrey damn near gets 90% of the running back touches for the 49ers. But I would love for Gibbs to get to where CMC is with, 8 targets, 7 targets. Hell, CMC's done got in double-digit targets in games. I want the same type of situation for Gibbs for fantasy goodness. But those would be my guys. And also we'll always throw Baker Mayfield. I know everybody. He has shit the bed the last 2 weeks. Don't kill me for the selection. But in Baker Mayfield, we trust because he got that dog in him. And if we're before, let's say if he had Mike Evans, let's say if he had, Amika Bukas is still in there. I hope Chris Godwin, I don't think he's ever going to be right again, unfortunately. And if they had Bucky Irving, Baker would still be honestly in an MVP type situation. And then you throw in Tez Johnson, who's doing a good job. I love me some Baker Mayfield, and I'm going to keep selecting him until I damn near can't no more. I still think he has a top 10 type matchup this week.
Yeah, I like that call. I like Emeka Ibuka this week too. I mean, I think that we saw what Drake London did to the Patriots last week. The Patriots like to let somebody burn them. That's kind of how they play defense. They shut down as a whole, but they say, I'm going to let somebody break us a little bit, well, bend us out, but not break us. And that's really their mentality, So I like Emeka this week. I do. I like Garrett Wilson, actually. I know that Adonai Mitchell's not playing this week. It's just going to be Garrett Wilson and Justin Fields playing catch in this game. I think that you're probably going to see him at least coming back from injury, want to get involved early. I'm going to say like 7-8 catches. I don't know what that's going to equal for production, but PPR leagues, I think Garrett Wilson's a must start. And I'm going to go to sits now. So we talked about the Saints not really being in this game. It's going to be a tough watch for Rocco, but it is what it is.
I hate watch weekly.
He's had this going for quite a while since Drew Brees left. So it is what it is, but he knows what he's expecting.
I'd rather watch this than watch anything that Derek Carr's doing because fuck that guy.
Yeah, you're right. So I'm sitting Chris Olave. I think that it's going to be a tough play. I think if anybody's going to eat in this offense, it's going to be Chris Olave. But if you have other options, I think that it's not a bad week to sit Chris Olave. And really, if we're going back to the Patriots matchup, I don't want to start Rachaad White or any running back against the Patriots. They haven't let any running back get over 50 yards this year at all. No running back at all. Yeah. They'll let you catch 10 passes for 200 yards, but they're not going to let you run the ball. And that's, so I think that you don't want to start anybody on this in this matchup as far as running backs go. The Jags, I don't want any part of that. I mean, I know that we're looking at a week without Brian Thomas Jr. and Travis Hunter. So I think that a lot of people are excited about the possible guys that are going to eat. I don't think anybody's eating. I think that you want to probably sit everybody. It's against the third best passing defense in the NFL, and you're playing without your two best guys. I think that it's not going to be a hard task for them to shut down this passing offense this week. So, yeah, don't start any Jags. I mean, even Travis Etienne or anybody in that backfield, I don't feel good about it.
I'm not mad at it. I'm mad at that.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about it either, big dog. With you, like you said, Trevor Lawrence had both BTJ and Travis Hunter, and things still weren't looking good. So you throw in, and not to say Parker Washington is straight buttermilk buns or basura. He's not bad, but Trevor Lawrence isn't someone who I think elevates a offense. And then you throw in Travis Etienne, who started off the year hot, has cooled off this last, I say, month of football. They haven't looked good. The offensive line hasn't been blocking as well. It's going to be tough sledding. And then the best news that they get out of that Jacksonville Jaguars team is that their kicker is out here hitting 80-yard, 70-yard fucking field goals. So that's literally the most exciting part of the team. It's that their kicker can boom the damn ball. That should tell you all you need to know about the Jaguars in 2025 fantasy.
He might be Cam Little, but his leg long.
His leg long, man.
The leg is long. Yeah. So to answer this question, I'm starting Fields all day. Right?
Oh yes, dog. Give me Justin Fields. Yes, 100%.
All day.
Yeah, just for the YOLO runs, give me Justin Fields.
And feel good about it.
Rocco, who you sitting this week? Who's a big sit?
Right. You kind of sniped me on the T-Law, but yes, I agree with all y'all said. Not T-Law. He has nothing to throw to, and he has possibly the toughest matchup on the slate against the Houston Texans. They can't play offense, but they could sure enough stop Trevor Lawrence today. So I'm going to pivot off of that one, and I'm going to go a little bit against Nerd Boy's sentiments. Sit all of your Jets. You sit Brees, you sit Justin Fields, and you sit Garrett Wilson. They're going up against a very tough Cleveland Browns defense. And we've seen the floor for this Jets team. If they can't get anything started, we've already seen what they did against the Denver Broncos in Europe somewhere. So I think it could be another situation like that. So if I have pivots, I'm pivoting off of all of those guys.
I like it.
Hey, call your shot, baby. I think that if that's how down bad Trevor Lawrence is, he's saying sit everybody, but still play Fields.
Hey,
still play Fields over Trevor Lawrence.
He could save you with that 50-yard tutty, man. I just don't trust Trevor Lawrence either.
Yeah. We got another from Sam right here. We got Waddle, Kittle, or Odunze. He says, I'm leaning Waddle right now. PPR at 10 team, home league.
I'm sorry, big dog.
Yeah.
One of my sits,
tough. Home league.
Tua. And Waddle will be definitely affected by Tua at this moment. I don't feel great about Tua going against the Buffalo Bills. I don't feel great about how his teammates view him. I think Tua might be heading towards that Russell Wilson realm of how his teammates feel about him. Because there's only so many times you can throw some people under the bus and they're going to keep continuing to fuck with you every week. So, Tua, this is probably your last year as the Dolphins quarterback player. I hope you feel good as a starting quarterback. And I need you to hit some bicep curls and throw the football a little further. But we also have Kittle and Odunze. I would probably, with Kittle going against the Rams, Odunze has the New York Giants. It's like Odunze will give you a 0 egg, but he also could end up giving you like 20 points. That part pisses me off. I don't know what to tell you with that one. I don't know how to feel about that one, OG. but I guess I would have to go with Odunze. But I don't feel sexy about it. It doesn't make me feel good about myself. But I'm gonna have to take Odunze here.
Yo, it's crazy that Honcho not feeling sexy because my man is sexy as fuck. But how you feeling, Rocco? What do you think, man? Who you starting?
Man, I feel like you should join some 12 teamers because you got too many sexy options, man. Maybe we want to, dance a little bit. Gonna stay safe for work. I was gonna totally say something else, but we gotta keep it safe for work. We're guest starring. Man, oh fuck.
PPR.
Waddle. I feel like Waddle's they're gonna have to try to keep up some kind of way, and Waddle's like the last man standing there. And I do like Waddle, but I also feel like Odunze. I mean, he's hit rock bottom, so it has to be up from here. Is there any kind of tight end premium? I almost want to lean Kittle here, seeing as they're playing the Rams and they'll have to score some points, and he is or should be the number one option there. If it's a tight end premium, fuck it, we're going Kittle. If not, we're gonna go Waddle.
No tight end premium. It is standard.
Go Waddle, fuck it.
It's between Odunze or Waddle. I think PPR wise, Waddle could end up getting more of the receptions. So that's leading towards that way. I can't hate you for it. And we saw last week, Waddle very much looked like their wide receiver one, and they tried it. If it wasn't for that long pass that got called back, Waddle would have finished the game with 100 yards. So,
I think I got to go Waddle here. I think I'm going to go Waddle just because we haven't really seen Kittle have Kittle games with Mac Jones at quarterback, and he's been coming back from injury. I don't love it. I think that Kittle's going to have a game at some point. I don't know if this is going to be the game, but I think you are safer with Waddle. Odunze, man, the electric start that he had to the season, we are probably going to see Burden in this game a little more because he's coming back from injury. Loveland had his breakout last week. Man, there's too many mouths to feed over there. I don't know. It's becoming like I guess the Lions last year. Obviously, Amon-Ra always ate, and then it was like maybe Laporta is going to get his, maybe J-Mo is going to get his, maybe Gibbs is going to get his. It was always like not everyone's going to get it, So you don't know who's. This is what the Bears feel like. It feels like two of them are going to eat, and then the other three are not going to do anything, So. Yeah. There's too much variance there. I think Waddle's all they have. It's the A-Chain and Waddle show over there. And we know the Bills are going to score. We know Josh Allen's probably going to score immediately. They're going to be down in this game. They're going to have to throw it. Tua being down in a game is generational. Just depression. Like you are talking about like depression, like when the Great Depression occurred and there was only potatoes to eat and everyone was down bad and they were
potatoes.
We're on that bread diet.
You are not gonna find your meal easily day to day. I think that's really how you're feeling if Tua is your quarterback right now. You are starving. You are so hungry. You are hungry for anything, dude. And it's tough,
got that big pack of ramen.
Tua, Kyler, T-Law. This Mac Jones might be the best quarterback in this class. And that is something that nobody wants to talk about right now, but it is so real and it's ugly as hell, man. And people were talking about T-Law being the best quarterback ever at one point in time.
I know they were throwing generational out like it was crazy.
Yeah.
And then Tua got that too. Tua got that coming from Bama. Like they were like, this dude we got a tank for Tua. Was like every sign.
Jalen Hurts' spot.
Every stadium in the NFL was tanked for Tua at one point in time. Oh,
I mean,
man.
everybody in the 80s was doing crack, but does that mean it's a good idea? No.
Hey,
I
there's
mean, there's probably a lot of people in Miami doing crack right now, to
I
be
mean, that
honest with
also might be true.
you. I mean, at this point, they weren't doing crack and they got to it. Now they're all doing crack. So it is what it is.
Whatever
Crack
your
is
vice
whack,
is to get
kids.
to get through the season.
You guys are going to be dying for Stacy to come back next week. I feel like all the listeners are like, what the hell is this? What did we turn this show into, man?
Hey,
Oh,
T-Law in those points per glorious hair leagues is killing right now.
Listen,
the day
starting
that T-Law shaves his head might be the day that I watch a Jags game again.
Yeah.
You know?
That might be the day he can come off his first read, huh?
Yeah. If you guys, we got a couple more minutes. If you guys want to drop any more start sits, hit us up right now. We are an hour away from kickoff for the 1 p.m. games. What's going on in this game right now? I'm not even.
I mean, Drake London did
Taylor
catch one
looked
more
like
pass.
he was starting to eat.
Oh, it's still Falcons are still up 17-13. I love recording right now. We get to watch the end of the game, parlay a little bit, set lineups, and then we get this is nice.
I have a theory on the Colts. I think they're like a bully ball team, and they like to get out ahead of teams and kind of beat them into submission and run up the score on them. But when teams punch back, I think we're going to get more of like what we're seeing today.
Soft. Team soft, you know?
Daniel Jones is Daniel Jonesing. He's got some fumbles.
I mean, that's the thing. They haven't had a lot of disparity. They haven't really dealt with any situations where they have to play from behind. They have to have that dog factor. Mm-hmm. It's been relatively easy for them, so you're right. When they are in a situation where it's a close game, it's tight, it's hard, I would love to see how Daniel Jones reacts in you got to win this play right here in a 2-minute drill. Daniel Jones 2-minute drill down 7. We might see that in this game. We might see that soon, actually. They're down by 4. I just saw him get sacked in the reflection right here of the pod. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I think we might see Daniel Jones in crunch time right now. And
he's been getting beat up in this game. He's taking some hard hits. He's got some fumbles. I think they should probably be trying to lean on Jonathan Taylor, but for some reason they are letting Daniel Jones get sacked instead. So yeah, we got a 1-point game.
That's what I always said to the Colts' success is that if you let Daniel Jones be a game manager and let Jonathan Taylor be the focal point of your offense, you'll be okay. You'll be good. Once you make Daniel Jones be the main contributor or try to win you the game, that's when things start to get a little scary Terry out there. You feel me? But if I'm looking at, it's almost how I feel about with the Green Bay Packers when they started off really hot for the season. Everyone was like, "Oh, they might be our Super Bowl, contenders, our Super Bowl favorites." And then they drop a game against the Browns, and then they drop a game against the Carolina Panthers. And that's not to say that the Carolina Panthers, we dropped a game against the Carolina Panthers, but I don't think the Green Bay Packers are who people think they are, and that's how I feel about the Indianapolis Colts. And then they're also dealing with injuries. I think honestly, the team that goes the furthest this year is the one that can stay the healthiest and can keep their guys on the field.
Yeah, man. I mean, I'm with it. I appreciate you guys so much, man. I'm glad that we actually got to do this pod. We haven't been on a pod together since last summer, man, when we were talking about, T-Mac. I don't think the draft happened yet. I think we were talking. Well, actually, no, I think it did. I think we were talking about that's why McMillan and rookies coming in, and
the last one
we got to do
when we were breaking down divisions and the Patriots.
Oh yeah,
that was the last one. So glad to get back on here with your G.
Yeah, it's like a fever dream, baby. I mean, time is endless, man. It keeps going, dude. Anything that you guys have coming up, anything that you did recently, just plug it, man. Let the people know what you've been doing.
You want to do this, Rocco? What?
Yeah. We've been partnering up with League Champ. So, if you haven't done that yet, it's a great way to rank all of the players at all of the skill positions weekly. And you can win a free jersey weekly, which I've won 3 already as the best weekly ranker 3 times. So I'm a 3-peater, soft brag. But what we are really proud of is our Sunday show. And we come to you every Sunday morning between 8 and 9 Eastern. So we're coming before the international games, before all the games, before all of our friends, run their podcast. So, we have the early window. So if you want some early advice, you want to be the first in line, come see us there. You can join our completely free Discord, which should be attached in the show notes, and follow us on all of the socials. Fourth and Fantasy.
Hell yeah,
Rocco killed it.
Yeah.
What Rocco said.
What Rocco said, baby. Yeah. Tell people your handles over on Twitter sphere real quick so they can follow you guys.
You can find me at Honcho_GAB.
Rocco.
And I have my full government name at Ciriaco Solar. That's CIRIACOSOLERFF.
Oh, baby. We got one more at the buzzer right here. QJ Laporta, JMO. Give me Laporta here. What about you guys?
Give me Laporta.
We're all in agreement.
Hell yeah. And while I have you, I never plugged the plug, man. I feel bad, but we're going to hit you with this, and then we're going outro. So, hey,
Perfect.
Fast Draft, Flex 6, lock it in, go in there, use the promo code DEGEN, DEGEN, or you can use Tailgate as is. You get up to a $50 deposit match. So this is Flex 6, and then we're signing off. So appreciate all you guys today. Happy Sunday, baby. Let's get it.
I know your sad draft season is over, but just because the NFL season starts doesn't mean the drafting stops, because Fast Draft has the Flex 6 frenzy. You're drafting 6 guys for the Sunday slate. It's fast, it's furious, it's fun. And as with everything on Fast Draft, there are no salaries. Woo! So go to draftfaster.com, get the app, use your host promo code for a $50 deposit match. Now let's go start drafting faster.